So you can tell that we are officially in Carretera Austral territory. Look where we've just pulled in.
Good morning. We're just about to hit the road. It's about 10 to 7 in the morning. Just getting light. It's a little bit fresher and colder than we've been used to. But we are heading out early because we're riding about 50 k's down to Horno, which is where we're gonna try and get a ferry. It's a 4-hour ferry. We looked online to buy the tickets, but they were all sold out. So we're just going to turn up at 8 o'clock when the office opens and hope that they'll either let us on or that we can get a ticket from there. We'll see, but we're going down there on a chance anyway.
I think there's 3 ferries per day. The 10 a.m. is the subsidised ferry, which means it's half the price of the standard commercial ones that go on at 2 a.m. and 6 p.m. So we're really hoping we get that one because it's going to save us quite a bit of money.
If we don't catch the ferry,
Then we'll go to the national park.
Then we'll go to the national park and we'll make a day of it there and try and catch tomorrow's ferry, maybe. But yeah, I think that's the plan. Now, when we started the last day's ride, we had camped at the lake here, which had the views of Villarrica volcano. So then the last ride, we nipped in onto Route 5, and then it was just a blast down on Route 5 all the way to Pierre-Termont. And now we've just started Route 7 and we are camped here. Now the next ride, we'll carry on down the coast and then we're gonna get a ferry, hopefully, from Horno. And then once we're there, we'll see how much riding we do, but we might try and camp around this region. Probably do an hour or so after we get off the ferry. But yeah, we'll see how the ferry goes first. But this is the next section and the start of Route 7. There she is.
This is, I'm attempting to do the snud, but I don't think it's working. So we have just driven off from the campground and we are now on our way to the first ferry that we're going to try, which is in Patagonian. The owner of the campground we just stayed in also recommended another one, which actually sounds perfect because it's only one ferry and it's the same duration as the other one that's more well known. The only thing that I have my doubts is the fact that it's not on any map. I couldn't find any online resources about the port or anything like that, so we are both a little bit reluctant to go to that one, because obviously if we go to that one then we miss our chance of getting the ferry at Horno. Don't really know how today's going to play out. I've heard that people have not booked the tickets online, they just turn up at the ferry and they've been successful. But it is peak season, so we'll just have to wait and see how that pans out. So it's there, Disembark ferry, where these people are stood.
So we've just arrived here at the ferry port and it is quite a pretty place. And Hayley's going to run into the ticket office when it opens, try and get us on that ferry, use her
Ticket for one, I'm leaving you here. Okay, so just spoke to the office. They said that there's no availability today at the moment. There is a 50-50 chance that there might be space later on once it's closer to the time. So they've recommended that we wait actually at the ferry port wait for everyone to come. If there's anyone that doesn't come, then we can jump on. But we're just gonna have to play it by ear, really. If we can't get on the ferry this morning, then there are spaces tomorrow. So it's not the end of the world, but it will be a bit of a waiting game this morning. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, nice.
You guys are from New Zealand?
Australia.
Australia?
Originally
yeah.
UK.
Yeah.
I've been following you on Instagram for a couple of years.
Oh, really? Daniel.
I think Matt.
Nice to meet you.
I came around the corner, I saw the bike, I was like, oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah. We've been traveling a lot this summer. This is our 4th time on this ferry, or 5th this summer. Yeah. They have coffee and stuff over there, and on the boat there's food as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just wait there.
I'm gonna do whatever. We're gonna do what we can to be on there.
Oh,
Try and
thank you
help.
so much.
Mate might see you on there.
Yeah.
So we spoke to the guys from Patagonia, and they seem to have swindled us a couple of spots on the ferry. Very helpful.
What a legend.
That was a nice little ferry ride. Ferry number one of the day. I think we've just got a 10 or 15 minute ride now until we all have to go on to the next ferry. A couple of waterways to cross.
So you can tell that we are officially in Carretera Austral territory. About 2 minutes after getting off the ferry, we come here. My GoPro has the attachment is completely snapped off and dropped on the floor. Luckily, there is not a single scratch on any of the screens, apart from just a little scuff on the rubber, which was really surprising. So yeah, the roads are pretty rough. Okay, I've dropped okay, I dropped it, and now there is a scuff on the camera, but it's just a little one. Anyway, whatever. Look where we've just pulled in.
So the trip has definitely taken a little bit of a turn. It's got cooler, the roads have got a lot rougher, there's definitely less people around, it's got a lot more interesting. I feel like the more exciting part of the trip has just started. I'm definitely feeling it. Really enjoying it.
So we have just arrived in a campground at Santa Barbara. It's about 46 kilometers away from the ferry port. Yeah, feels very different to how it did less than 24 hours ago. We're cooped up in our tent right now because it's raining, which is the first time since the trip. We also haven't seen any clouds for the whole duration, and today's been the first time that we haven't seen any blue sky. So just little things like that, which is making us realise that we're quite far away from where we started, and we have entered Patagonia region, which is really exciting because it's like the next chapter. Excited for what the next few weeks has in store. So yeah, we're gonna have an early night and see what happens tomorrow. Catch you then.